Well, he stood no chance. Let's wait. Let's mute it and wait for the post-fight interview. Hopefully they will let us listen to it. Third round knockout. He was scared the whole fight. He had no business. He had no business being in there. But I understand the politics. I talked about it in previous videos. This was supposed to be Wladimir Klitschko, but Wladimir Klitschko did not want to fight Anthony Joshua unless it was going to be more than one title, which is the IBF on the line. So Wladimir Klitschko is in attendance along with a whole bunch of other heavyweights like Shannon Briggs, Tyson Fury, of course Tony Bellew, who's fighting David Haye. And now the question is Joshua versus Klitschko fully official? I believe that it is. I'm sure we're probably going to receive a press release or something on Monday. Right now it's December the 10th, 2016, 7:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. Anthony Joshua made short work of drummer boy Molina, knocking him out in, what was that, round 3? And he could have knocked him out in round 1. Was that round 2 or 3? I don't even remember. But the whole thing was Eric Molina did nothing. You know, he literally did nothing. These guys, when they fight Anthony Joshua, okay, I understand they're not superstars and stuff like that, but, you know, they're just coming to collect these checks. You know, Dominic Breazeale did a little bit of, you know, something, but between Charles Martin and Eric Molina, you know, they you know, they did nothing. They did nothing. You know, they did nothing. And you could tell from that first, I believe it was the left hook he felt in round 1. You know, he's just on the ropes. You know? You know, once Anthony Joshua touches you, you know, those fighters, they get scared. But the thing is, there's stories about Anthony Joshua out there. It's like, yo, he's not invincible. It's just that he has that appeal. They see him in that physique, and, you know, the way he talks, he's just so calm and composed and humble. But yet, they know, like, yo, he will hit the shit out of you. So now I'm hoping that we get to hear the post-fight interview from Anthony Joshua and to hear what's going on. Let me see if we can hear something.
He's taking it in his stride. He's just so cool and relaxed.
But now there's no more small. There's no more fights like this for him now. Now he's going to go on to fight Wladimir Klitschko. Okay, well here's the he's got the microphone. He's going to go on to fight Wladimir Klitschko. Then to fulfill his Showtime obligation, he's got to go on and fight Deontay Wilder. Then he's got David Haye, who's ringside, who wants a piece of him. He's got Tyson Fury, who wants a piece of him. That's a super fight. You got Joseph Parker, who was kind of stalking him. Joseph Parker didn't look too good against Andy Ruiz. You know, he wants a piece of him. You know, so now there's nothing but big fights. Even cruiserweight Tony Bellew, he says if he beats David Haye, he wants a piece of Anthony Joshua. There's no more small fights out there for him. The mandatory is likely going to be Kubrat Pulev.
Good to see Rob McCracken on your shoulder there, the first fight of this new partnership. Let me talk about the fight first. Eric Molina, everybody was talking on paper that it could be a potential banana skin with everybody talking about the future. Disaster averted for you tonight.
Disaster averted? I don't even know what averted means.
Avoided. There's no disasters for you tonight.
No disasters. But, you know, he was trying to tee up with some haymakers. Excuse the pun. But, you know, that's everywhere boxing. They look for the shots to try and stop you. I bet I was patient because, as I said, people are fresh early on. And we move on. It's not the end of the story yet. We're still on that line. So we get back to the drawing board and move on to 2017.
Taking nothing away from Eric Molina, but were you surprised at his negative tactics tonight, or did you simply not allow him to get into the fight?
There's two types of thing they can do. You can get a Dylan and Derek type of fight, or you can get someone who comes in the ring like Eric Molina. So it's hard though dealing with a negative fighter who's not giving you many options, because someone who's boxing with you can give you opportunities. Someone who's waiting on the back foot, you've got to create them. So I just have to be patient and create the opportunity. So no problem. It's the style that you've got to deal with, and there'll be many more when I step into this ring.
Do you feel that you've got that fear factor about you now, though, that some opponents are beating themselves before they get into the ring with 18 straight knockouts?
Nah. These opponents, like, because I'm not one to talk, but I'm not one to mess around. But still, if I was to start talking, I think they'll realise what I'm really about. But it's like that until you step in the ring with someone, you don't know what you're facing. People go off the past, like when I was an amateur and stuff like that, but I stayed consistent, I stayed dedicated, and I'm still not at my peak yet. So, you know, the longer I keep on training and staying in the gym, the better I'll become.
It's a strange mix that you're heavyweight champion of the world, but I think in your own words and Rob McCracken's words as well, you're still a heavyweight in progress. Are we seeing developments, especially now you are working with Rob McCracken, your old amateur trainer?
Yeah, man. Like, all the coaches that I'm working with are putting in an effort. You can't just forget, like, the nutritionists, the physios, the medical team, McCracken, Sims, Seltz, Max. The list goes on, do you know what I mean? So, everyone that's putting in work is really producing what they're seeing in the ring right now.
Okay, let's move things forward to the future. Do you feel now that after that defence of your title, a relatively straightforward defence, that you're ready to step up to the next level of opponents now? I can see an array of heavyweights at ringside.
No problem.
Okay, seems like a good time to bring in promoter Eddie Hearn. What's next?
Well, I think tonight is as good a time as any to announce what's next. And at this time, I'd like to bring in Bernd Bonte and Wladimir Klitschko to the ring, right now in Manchester.
So, Eddie, Vladimir's here, Anthony's here. What is in the pipeline?
I'd like to officially announce Anthony Joshua against Wladimir Klitschko at Wembley Stadium on April the 29th, live and exclusive on Sky Box Office for the Unified Heavyweight Championship of the world.
Vladimir, welcome to Manchester. What did you make of Anthony's performance, and how excited are you about the prospect of facing him?
First of all, congratulations to you, champ. AJ, you got it. I was watching AJ fighting in London 2012 when he won gold medal. I never thought to ask you this question. I want to ask you 3 questions. Do you want to see a big fight? Do you want to see a fight where 2 Olympic champions are involved? Do you want to see fight AJ against WK? I don't hear you. You got it. I love you guys. You're awesome.
Anthony, he's here. Apparently the deal is done. Wembley Stadium. How do you feel about that?
What happened to London O2 Arena? The good times. But listen, we move on to a bigger arena. More people can come and view it. I shared the ring with the champ. Very respectful man outside the ring. Very competitive in the ring. And 2 warriors are coming together. This is the step up that people have wanted. Klitschko wants his belts back. May the best man win.
Wladimir, why Anthony Joshua?
He is the best man in the division. And I believe this excitement speaks for itself. So that's what actually fans want. And I think there is no doubt that this fight must happen.
You've boxed in England early in your career, but you're willing to come back to the home of English football, Wembley Stadium, 80,000 people, to take on a man that you've sparred and a man that a lot of people are labelling the next great heavyweight, perhaps after yourself.
Listen, such amazing fight and big fight has to take an amazing place as Wembley Stadium. It's a great location, and April 29th, I believe, that's the date, so hopefully it's going to remain the same. So we will continue with our promotion, and one more time, congratulations to AJ, well done, clean, clear win, and I'm looking forward to the next fight in April.
A question for both of you. Anthony first, how do you beat Wladimir Klitschko?
Can't reveal that. But listen, how I beat him is be myself. Worry about myself, focus on my own training, and come with a positive attitude. That's how I go about beating Klitschko.
Wladimir, how do you beat Anthony Joshua?
I've been doing this job for 26 years, so I do have a lot of knowledge, and this knowledge will definitely help me in the ring.
Okay, well, we can't wait for both of you. You've got something else to say, go.
You can't miss it, you gotta watch it.
100%. This has been 3 years in the making, and it's here now. Patiently, you guys have been waiting on my journey, and we're here. 2017, big up, because we're coming.
Let's just go back to Eddie Hearn, who has announced this Eddie huge fight. A lot of people will be asking, is this the right time for Anthony to
it is official. You just heard it straight from the horse's mouth. It's a shame they did Eric Molina like that, but it's official. And to make an announcement now that it's official, April the 29th, likely probably that week, I would say probably like April the 25th until the 30th or the 31st, T-Street Controversy is going to Wembley. Right? So, listen, what we're going to do is, in about less than an hour after this stream, we're going to do a long Google Hangout, and we're going to talk about the fight. Now, in my personal opinion, I do have Wladimir Klitschko beating Anthony Joshua. You know, he's just too, in a way, if you look at them, they're both somewhat, Anthony Joshua's younger. Anthony Joshua may have more movement, but that high ring IQ of Wladimir Klitschko is just, you know, I like Anthony Joshua. And I know people are saying that he's looking old and everything like that because of his last performance against Tyson Fury, which was over a year ago now. But look at the fact that Anthony Joshua hasn't fought anyone as skilled as Wladimir. He hasn't fought anyone that is as accurate a puncher. And also, Anthony Joshua is not going to do that magnificent movement that Tyson Fury had to do for 12 rounds. Just my personal opinion. But we're going to go into more details later on. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. T-Street's going to Wembley. Please subscribe.